afternoon and welcome to The Buzz on Galaxy Television. And need I mention that the program is live and is exclusive to the station. And of course, this is where you hear it fresh and hot as it breaks and trends on social media. It's Wednesday, the 24th of January 2018. My name is Patience Bello Okafo. I welcome you to the show today. Alero.
Good afternoon, Patience.
To you.
I was actually thinking what I'd say February.
January.
A beautiful Wednesday afternoon to you out there. Today's edition of The Burst comes to an interesting one as we'll be discussing what's actually trending on the social media. All right, but before we go into our discussion today, let's quickly introduce our panel to you. Sitting very close to me is the founder of Gold Mines Initiatives as an NGO that deals with leadership, especially for the youth, and he's also a social critic. It's a pleasure to have Adebukola Olowoyeye with us on the show this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. We also have someone I like to describe as a senior colleague. He's worked with the Guardian newspapers as one of their esteemed journalists, and today he runs a media concern of his own. It's a pleasure to have Mr. Justin Akbobi Esadi with us on the show. Good afternoon, Justin.
Thank you, Florence. Thank you.
Coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, do remember you can follow us on all of our social media handles. Alero?
Yes, using the hashtag The Burst on Facebook, facebook.com/Galaxy TV, and also on Twitter using Galaxy TV. And you can get to watch previous edition via our YouTube channel that's using Galaxy TV Nigeria.
And also you can interact by sending an SMS to the number 0708-740-7508. The number is on the screen. Please, is for SMS only. Please don't call the line, just send a text message. All right. So going straight into this afternoon, we're starting by way of discussing Lassa fever as Nigeria is being hit by fresh outbreaks. Nigeria is grossly deficient in its response to the Lassa fever menace. Since early 2015 through most of 2017, Lassa fever outbreaks have been commonplace in the country. Between January and December 2017, a total of 733 suspected Lassa fever cases, with 143 laboratory confirmed cases and 71 deaths were recorded in 97 local government areas and 29 states in the Federation. Consequently, the Anambra state government yesterday prohibited the drinking of Gari in the state as a measure to prevent the contraction of Lassa fever. Also, medical doctors across Kogi State yesterday gathered in Lokoja to pay their last respect to their colleague who died of Lassa fever on Sunday. So guys, let's discuss Lassa fever as it affects Nigeria. Let's start with you, Buki. What's your perspective really on this recurring outbreak of Lassa fever in Nigeria?
Thank you. Presently, I think this is getting out of place because for a health issue like this to spread amongst a community, let me use the word community, because there's hardly a place in Nigeria you get to that you don't see these rats, and the awareness is very, very low. Consider the number of people that are dying every day as regards Lassa fever. I'm getting a little bit worried. I woke up yesterday morning. I saw in the news that the drinking of Gari without sugar or whatever should be. How much information do we have on that? Why? Somebody should come out and tell us why we shouldn't drink Gari without sugar when we know, of course, an average Nigerian, that combination. That plate, the African plate, is something they take every day. So I think the awareness is very, very poor. I want to use this medium to reach out to the National Orientation Agency, let people be informed, let people be schooled on this particular thing. I tell you, 98% of the population we have presently don't have an idea of what causes Lassa fever or what are the preventions. And my fear it shouldn't come down the west for real as an outbreak, because we have Ogun State. At some point, I think They recorded some cases in Ogun State. It shouldn't come to Lagos. It will be it will be a disaster if it comes to Lagos.
Yes.
So I think we need to do something. We need to act fast to spread information on what causes this thing and what are the preventions. But I think because I know from information that I've gathered that it kills faster than some viruses that we know.
Justin, you want to come in?
Well, I have a little reservation about the use of that word prohibit, prohibition. Because how can the state governor say it prohibits the drinking of Gary?
It looks like a function.
Okay. What is your tip? If you are prohibiting the drinking of Gary?
Because Gary is a staple food in Nigeria. True.
Okay.
True.
So I'm a little bit taken aback. What I expected from the state governor to do is to carry out a rigorous enlightenment program. We'll say, okay, please do not drink Gary, but say I prohibit the drinking of Gary.
Yes.
Are you going to go house to house?
Checking who is drinking Gary.
You understand? So, and I, like you said, it shouldn't come to the West because Lagos, as we are presently, is a mountain of refuse bin. There is nowhere in Lagos you go to that you don't see a mountain of death. So, if it, God forbid, I don't even want to think about it. If it comes to Lagos, maybe we just have to run away. So, the National Orientation Agency do they still exist? Because if they do, I need to see more enlightenment programs on Galaxy TV and other networks. But I don't see them. Even the little I have to watch on TV when I'm free, I don't see them. It should be it should be like every 10 minutes affair, especially in a crisis like this. But then what do you have? They sit back, collect their salaries or whatever they collect, and do nothing. So I'm really worried. But come to think of it, we should also be able to, if the government cannot help us, we should help ourselves.
But can I quickly mention the fact that we've heard over time that Lassa fever is endemic, to Nigeria, the same way malaria is. It's something that is common and is with us. But what I find confusing is, for as long as I can remember, we've always been talking about this issue of Lassa fever. Why haven't the government or the Ministry of Health been able to do something about it? Lasting about this particular issue.
But malaria is taking.
Yeah.
But malaria is dying many people. So we're talking about something malaria fever. Then you find out the helplessness of the situation. Because we can't handle malaria, we can't deal with it. Other smaller countries are dealing with it. Then you are talking about the same government or success or past ones doing something about it.
Okay,
let me
about
I want to that point.
Okay.
Like what she said, I think it's more of psychology thing with the African man. Check for instance the issue of Ebola. When Ebola was trying to come in from some African countries, and the awareness spread went around that Ebola is just have to be in contact with somebody, and the so-called rich men, nobody can escape this. If you notice, the approach of Ebola was very strong, and immediately we fought it head on. So to me, I think it's just some selfish.
It became an emergency.
There's no right. So what's the need of wanting to fight?
And they don't even drink.
All them to start tackling issues of rats.
The else in Nigeria, because it's something which a lot of people are actually showing concern about. You spoke about, when she was saying something, she said the doctor actually died out of Lassa fever. So you said something about it. So what do you think about our health sector?
It's like asking me what I think about other sectors. What makes the health sector different from other sectors? Is it exclusive of, is it standing on its own?
No.
Or is it supposed to be okay? Other sectors are supposed to be in America, then the health sector is supposed to be in Nigeria. It's the same thing we are talking about. It's not as if since independence, I don't think we've got it right. We've never had it, so we are not talking about losing it. It's the health sector is as bad as every other sector, and I don't even know the name of the Minister of Health because he's so silent. I don't even know.
What's the budget?
And if according to the last time they said the Asura clinic had no medication or something, then why will Ayinke here have the same facility?
That is put any healthcare center.
No.
Let me tell you an example. In
Yes.
the health center, and this is really recent, very recent, as in I'm talking about November last year. I had to go to a health center in my area. It was so bad to the point that they don't even have a thermometer.
No, they won't have
A thermometer. I mean, this is something people even have in their present in that health center. It was that bad.
Okay, now let me shock you. One of my kids had a head challenge, and we went to this. First of all, we went to Bagada, then left Bagada to the one here. The person who attended to the mom was the same person that referred the kid and the mom to a private hospital.
Yeah.
Never knew until they got there.
It was owned by. Yes, that's the practice.
So you begin to wonder. The practitioners deliberately hold down the public health sector,
so that private will try.
Yes, sir. Because these men and women,
yes.
The drugs are not available, but it's available in their private hospitals. So you until Jesus comes to personally touch the heart of Nigerians, we will not get it right.
Wow.
To add to what he just said, it's just the attitude of our people. Sometimes when I hear over the news that the government is planning to sell some of their establishment and people say, why should government sell? Why do they have to sell our? Sometimes, but if you take your time to go to those secretariats, to those government offices and government parastatal, you see the nonchalant attitude these people.
It's a
so I don't think there's any reason why sometimes the government tries to take some actions and we go against it. I think we need mental re-engineering about how we handle our day-to-day activities. Our character, our attitude towards each other is very, very terrible. If you go to some government hospitals, you see what the kind of illness that kills people, you'll be so bitter.
They treat you, the nurses, the doctors, they treat you like
a nobody,
like a leper. You not to fall sick in Nigeria. If you want to fall, you have ordinary malaria so that you can treat yourself at home. It goes beyond, and you need to go see a specialist. You will be ashamed of yourself. You feel less than a human being, and that was what I was made to feel when one of my kids had issues.
Wow.
I just let it try Sunday. I'm fine for the time. You have to be proactive.
It's actually the solution to it, because I haven't seen this. You think it's actually now it's no more the government's fault. It's now an individual fault.
Yes.
I was discussing with a colleague last night, and I said some of our problems majorly is not even with the government. It has got to do with us. there's a saying that if you clean your domain, I clean my domain, everywhere will be clean. If everybody have this national orientation that the human life matters, that my next man, I love this man, I must do my best possible to make sure this man is okay. I think if you start with that, check the developed countries, they are not doing anything extraordinary. They just care for the human life. They just care for humanity. So if we start by doing that, I often say one man cannot bring about lasting change. It's a collective
responsibility. Okay, let us look at feedbacks from viewers. And meanwhile, people are still calling the number. I mean, I don't know why we are like this, Nigerians. Don't call a number. Just send an SMS, and people are busy calling. Just send your SMS. We'll find a way to read it, okay? This one, Edai Edison from Northwest Nigeria says, why should we as a nation always wait for an outbreak before carrying out curative campaign instead of early preventive measures? There should be massive environmental hygiene, sanitation. Funds be released on time. All right, that's from you. We also have another one from Joe from Ikorodu. He says Nigerian doctors need to have a meeting and tell us something better than all this story. All right, somebody is asking, how do you prevent Lassa fever? I think personal hygiene has a lot to deal with this, and we've had a washing of hands constantly, also reduces the rate of not just Lassa fever, of contracting any kind of infection, so constantly you use the convenience, maybe whatever you touch anything dirty or contact with people, wash your hands. All right. Also, for those who don't know, signs and symptoms of Lassa fever include fatigue, general weakness of the body, face swelling, diarrhea, vomiting, nose bleeding. If you notice anything, going wrong in your system and you're tired for no reason, you're sweating, you're losing, whatever it is, please go to the hospital. And of course, keep your food covered.
Yes, away from rats. Keep
them covered. And it just might not be a bad idea for you to stop drinking Gary for now. It might not be a bad idea.
Let me that's keeping food covered. We are in a society where the rice cellar is on top of the gutter.
The gutter, yes.
The hole open.
Yes.
The akara cellar on top of the gutter.
Yes.
Cars are passing on the dusty road.
Yes.
All the dust settles
on the food. Wow, Justin, that's
so
true.
How will you keep your food covered? And you see people queuing to buy that same food.
Very true.
By the roadside.
Very true. On top of gutter.
On top of gutter. So on a very heavy waterlogged gutter. Black. Then you
is key.
You are talking about keeping your food.
Funny. People will get to say this food actually the sweetest. That's the truth.
All right, this one is asking me a question. I'm not a doctor. Igwe Abuchi Emeka from Ehime Mbino. Help me. All right. Sorry to my in-laws. Anyway, Mbano in Imo State. Please, dear presenter, is it all the rats that carries Lassa disease?
No.
No, it's not.
No. I've forgotten what they call the rat.
No, this guy probably lives in the suburbs. So he's talking about the difference between the rat and the rabbit.
But in my opinion, I hate all rats. Whether it is the Lassa carrying rat or I hate all rats. So let's just beware of rats. How do you tell which one? So rats. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next topic because of our time. Lagos State government bans NURTW activities on the island. Following the crisis rocking the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, Lagos Island chapter, the state government on Tuesday ordered the immediate suspension of all union activities on the island indefinitely. The State Commissioner of Police, Imohimi Edgal, who disclosed this shortly after the Security Council meeting at the Lagos House, Alausa Ikeja, chaired by the governor, Akinwumi Ambode himself. He said the decision was to forestall any further breakdown of law and order and ensure that the peace in the area is not hampered. Edgar, while urging members of the union in Lagos Island to comply with the directive, said government would not hesitate to totally proscribe all union activities if members continue to disturb the peace in the area.
We've heard this statement before. In June last year, the same Ambode said, the same governor Ambode said, the Oshodi chapter activities, we are suspended. They are back, right? And so it's just a matter of time. They will still record them, and everything will be okay. And next time they will kill each other again. Maybe an innocent person will die, then somebody will come out and make the same statement. It's a recurring decimal. It will happen again and again until he is sincere, and every other state governor is about the menace of these people. I call them Agbero. I don't know when they started
they do have an association.
I know. I don't know. But they are, of course, what are they? They are touts. Okay? So you see, because you cannot tell me a member of a body you see at the bus stop with a heavy cane, chasing Danfo, chasing Okada, and whipping conductors. What does that tell you? For somebody who has never been to Nigeria before and he sees that kind of scene every other bus stop, on every other bus stop, so it's a tout. Now Ambode suspended the activities of the one at on Lagos Island, right? What is the solution? What is going to be the end? I mean, the end game? Nothing will happen. The Kunle Poli or whatever that died in the course of this incident is dead. They will bury him. Now his people will wait for a convenient time for a reprisal attack.
Yes.
Because they don't let
just like we saw with what they did. Yes.
They go back. So the government needs to show some degree of honesty, some degree of seriousness in handling the issue.
Okay. I know that a lot of Nigerians, they actually believe that election is around the corner.
Sure.
And those guys actually come very, very handy.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, the tools.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So could there be a reason why this is actually just dragging?
Why the government is dragging
to actually make this
something about it.
Okay, in my opinion, I want to say that for the first time, let's give the government a benefit of doubt, because for an association that gives more than is more than 1 trillion naira sector. Take for instance Lagos State. You need to know how much revenue they get from these people, and the government is coming out to say, "See, come, you guys, we have to suspend activities as regards NURTW." Like you said, it happened in Oshodi. And whatever thing we say here, some people will say, you want them to ban NURTW. My husband is there, my brother is there, they are the breadwinners. Everybody first thinks of themselves.
I know.
That yes, what is the man saying? Is it because he doesn't have any relative in that part? But like people said, when Governor Fashola then restructured Oshodi, a lot of people were shouting, people were jobless, that the governor is wicked, the government doesn't have, they voted the government in, and all of a sudden the government is chasing them out. But in present day Lagos State, Nigeria, everybody is proud of Oshodi. Everybody. And
somebody is even doing more.
He's even doing more. Now everybody. So change comes at a cost. There's no how. Nothing. There's always a sacrifice. And I want to believe that if the government is so sure about this step of cutting the activities, perhaps they want to try the island first before they come to the mainland, because it is crazy here. You understand? Those guys, they make bus fare higher because
they determine
anytime somebody somebody that's supposed to go on a trip for 3,000 naira and he's paying 2,000.
For lunch,
fall back on the master. Fall back.
You need to see where they are meeting. You need to see the kind of cars these guys drive.
I know.
And but seriously, Lagos is Lagos. It's going to be, whether we like it or not, Lagos is becoming a mega city, and there's a time frame for it, and it must be achieved. You know, I want to. It's happening in UK. It's happening in South Africa. I want to leave my house and not drive my car. I want to just step in, take a nice
when the transportation system is in place.
Yes. Nice, comfortable ride to work.
The car don't have to be on the road with the car every time.
Lagos cannot claim to be a mega city with people like that.
That's what.
He cannot.
That is it possible they scrap them totally?
They've actually tried it.
Because from what we heard, there's if you're coming from Abuja, there's this BRT lane they're trying to construct. I heard that. They're bringing just the way faded movement out, so they're bringing convenient buses with ACs. That they are doing that from Lagos Airport down to.
Question when you said is it possible to
totally?
Mara did it. You forgot?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
When Mara was the military administrator, who will come outside and say,
I remember. Yes.
So
they were off the
yes.
That's why we have the law officers. You are not robber because your claim or your defense is that I was a member of the AUWT before or whatever, and now I don't have, because the government has scrapped it. I decided to go into okay, because I should go and steal. You understand? That's what they
But I will advise that if they can put themselves together in a very organized manner, I think they are still welcome in the society.
They cannot be organized.
Because say for instance, the issue of the Okada riders, our people need to really understand what the government is trying to do. When there was a ban on Okada riders on the main express in every town around Lagos, a lot of people were shouting unemployment, the rate of armed robbery, and the rest. But I was in a meeting. I was telling the people over there. I said, Governor Fashola then visits the general hospital on a weekly basis. He sees the number of people that these Okada riders kill, and he is the governor. It is his sole responsibility to take decisions that will affect the masses for good. Okada's Fashola's members, his family, don't ride on Okada.
Why do you think people actually want to go on a bike?
Traffic.
To be traffic.
Yes. So okay, what is the cause of the traffic? Drive to the office. Yes. Okay, what if I tell you that majority of the traffic that we have in Lagos, when you get to the front, you notice that it is the bus drivers that actually causes this traffic.
You know what?
How many can
Okay. All right. Let's look at how people are reacting. This one says, good day. It may not be easy for the governor to prescribe NURTW because they use them to disrupt or rig elections. That's caller from Kaduna. This other one says, if they ban a union, thief go plenty. I did from Black. Okay, this one says, are you saying they ban the union or they reduce? Please stop calling this number. Nigerians, please stop calling. Okay, this one is asking whether they banned or they reduced. Now ban, now we hear.
The activity for now. It's suspension.
Yeah, for now. All right, this one says the problem is caused by our government or politicians. They only love themselves than people who voted them in. Okay. This other one says, I really support Governor Ambode's decision against the NURTW. They are nothing but hooligans in uniforms. I just hope the governor will